Bobo hydrangea, another one of the panicle hydrangeas. This is a nice little dwarf. I'm keeping this one at about 2 feet, but it can get up to 3 feet, but beautiful, very thick white flowers. Nice compact, as we said, a kind of a dwarf hydrangea, and it fades to pink towards the fall. Again, I always leave the hydrangea spent flowers on just for winter interest. You don't have to, you could wait till it freezes hard into November, December, and you could cut this back if you wanted to get ahead of it. We're just going to use a pruners again. Mostly, maybe I won't. You know what, let's switch. Sometimes these flowers, they just spray all over the place. Let's see what happens. Let's dig into it, make this a little quicker project. Yeah, see how that is? If you start getting into some of those really, really thick stems, gets a little bit more tricky. You'll bounce off. You can get some jagged cuts that you have to clean up with the pruners. Yeah, nice little compact hydrangea for sure. That wasn't too messy. We'll be back here, in a couple weeks. We're starting to get a little bit of overcrowding with this forsythia, and I'm going to let it go because forsythia is one of the first plants to bloom in the spring. It should be, any day now. We could see some nice yellow blooms, and after that we'll cut it back. We'll get it back over into its territory a little bit. It's starting to get a little out of control, so we'll touch bases on this forsythia a little bit later. Bobo hydrangea, nice little compact hydrangea, especially if you've got areas you can't have that 6-foot hydrangea. This is a nice little setting for a little lamb hydrangea. It's got eastern exposure, gets that morning sun. It actually still picks up quite a bit of sun in the afternoon as well, between like 11 and 2, and does great here. And we tend to just cut this back every year, not only because it's just an area that accumulates a lot of leaves and it makes it a little bit easier to clean up, but it just keeps it more compact. I don't necessarily want this thing coming up over the sidewalk. I'm not opposed to that, but on this hydrangea, we're going to continue just to cut this back. We're taking off about 2/3 of the growth. Pretty quick business. As with most hydrangea that we've talked about, I like to leave these flower heads on through the winter, creates that winter interest. You could cut it back in the fall, and I have done so before, just because this is also an area that I get a lot of snow. That's not going to hurt the shrub per se, but sometimes I like to keep this path shoveled, and I don't want to have this competition that this shrub gives us.